My name is Jessica Saxton. I'm the biological mother of Wyatt and Adeline Saxton. My case is out of Blount County, Tennessee, and my case number is CE 30651. I and my children are victims of family court, in which Tammy M. Harrington, along with other state actors, have effectively kidnapped my children under the color of law and deprived us of rights that are secured and protected by the Constitution. Some of the things that I experienced before Judge Tammy M. Harrington was disregard for evidence. Domestic abuse in front of Judge Harrington, it's cool. Doesn't matter. Another thing that I experienced was my entire testimony completely gone from the record. It's not even there. Why is it, Judge Tammy Harrington, that in a court of equity, equitable distribution isn't a thing? My experience before Jason Bedingfield, who has now stepped down from that position, I wonder why. Jason Bedingfield saw evidence, viewed evidence in his possession that children have been exposed to adult content. We're talking about babies. A 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. He says, well, that doesn't rise to a level of abuse. What? I'm like, bro, they're 3 and 5. I even offered in that court to turn over every electronic device, phones, any tablets, any computers for a forensic evaluation so that I could prove that there was no way that those children were exposed to that in my care. No. We're not going to do that. So you guys don't actually want to know the truth of child abuse. What you want to do is foster cases that will profit juvenile court, don't you? And if any of you that are watching this say that you don't know that to be true, you're lying, because I have the evidence of one of your attorneys talking about it specifically. Let's talk about C. John Chavis. He was the guardian ad litem in my case, supposed to be protecting and defending and representing the child in the child's best interest, right? He was appointed by the state judge, Judge Tammy M. Harrington, 6 months after the initiation of the juvenile dependency and neglect case. 6 months? It took you guys 6 months to assign a guardian ad litem? C. John Chavis, I met him one time. He drove down to Alabama. He spent about an hour with my daughter in my home. A year and some odd months later, now all of a sudden, he is supporting that the child is not safe with me. Shelby County Sheriff's Department in Shelby County, Alabama, removed my son, put him in the back of a police car, and I haven't seen him since. That was February 14th of 2025. Approximately 2 months later, they came after my daughter.
Love you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. And
How did this happen, Mama?
this happened because we stood up to a judge.
So there's a couple attorneys specifically in the case that I think if you have had the same attorneys, they need to be reported. The first one is Homer Allen Bray. He was the attorney over my case for the majority of the time. I have a lot of evidence against him. Please reach out to me if you have evidence of crimes that have been committed against you and your family. So Tyler Hood, he was my exit attorney in juvenile court. He has an ongoing investigation right now. And so there's not been a better time in the history of Tyler Hood's career to report him to the bar and to the appropriate government authorities. The other person is Whitney Collins. Whitney Collins represented my ex for the majority of the divorce proceedings back in, that would have been 2023. I have evidence that one of our duties as an American citizen is to report these crimes to the appropriate agency. Misprision of felony states that whoever, having knowledge or being made aware of a crime that is cognizable by any court of this nation, court of the United States, and does not as soon as possible report to some authority, military or civil authority, that person could be fined or held in prison. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go to prison for not reporting a crime against my judge, right? I don't want to go to prison because I failed to report a crime that I was a witness to from one of my attorneys. I don't want to go to prison because I failed to report the fact that the guardian ad litem deprived me and my children of my rights that are secured and protected by the Constitution, and all of these agents effectively conspiring against us kidnapped my children under the color of law. Thank you, Dave, for putting this together. I really appreciate it. This Hall of Shame is going to take off, and we're going to have 100,000 people with videos willing to expose everybody who has deprived you and your children of the rights that are secured by the Constitution and effectively kidnapped your children under the color of law. And we are done. We're done with it. So take time, get your videos posted, share them everywhere. We are dealing with not only the criminal side of the court, but we're also dealing with social media and the suppression. There's some people that they come to me and they say, look, I'm not willing to go forward yet, but I am willing to share. And that's great. that's great, because that's a step. That's a step in the right direction. And before you know it, those people, they're going to be standing up and they're going to be leading this whole thing. And we're going to see that happen. We're going to be witnesses to this movement like no one has ever seen. So I'm asking you, please, make these videos, but don't stop here. We have so much more that we have to do. These videos are going to bring us together at a county level so that we can start working together against these lower, inferior courts that have just destroyed, purposefully, seditiously destroyed our families from the inside out. I have faith that we are going to get this done, and I also have some hard evidence that we're going to be able to get this done.